Welcome to Rod's Rundowns. This video was made to show my experience with cancer and chemotherapy, but first I need to take you back to February 2022.
Well, someone's got to stay back to be support. Somebody has to stay back. Go ahead.
It's actually pretty easy.
This exact moment haunted me for months. I had quit and gave up before I even attempted to make the climb down. We had made it all the way to the end, and I gave up. It was because of this moment, 2 months later, I decided to make a change. I was 295 pounds and hated myself mentally and physically. Embarrassed but determined, I started to put the work in. I found a little bit of extra motivation along the way.
Just when I thought I was working hard, little bro shows up. 100. We're gonna do it.
Life was good. I had lost a lot of weight and was physically and mentally stronger than I had ever been. But the truth is, I needed every ounce of that new strength to get me through what was coming next. Life changed instantly. One minute they find a mass, the next I'm having surgery, then scans, waiting for results, all while putting on a fake smile because inside I had been defeated. But you have to remember, you're not alone. The love and support that I received was simply amazing. From a GoFundMe account to Facebook raffles, I couldn't let the financial burden make things worse. I had to keep my mind focused. The recommended treatment was chemotherapy, and I had got a port installed shortly after for it. The following footage is my day-to-day struggle with chemotherapy, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Day 1 infusion.
Am I recording?
Yeah.
Oh, day 1 of chemo. We'll see how it goes. Here's update number 1. So it was a rush this morning, but it's better off this way. 5 days, actually 7. So this is me, chemo day 1.
What day is it?
I said that multiple times.
No, it's December.
Oh God, what is it? December 12th? Yeah, December 12th. So let's see.
Some days I found myself looking for reasons not to quit and give up and stop the whole process. But the truth is, you only need one. Just one. Well, day 2, December 13th. Yesterday was the first treatment, obviously. And the only thing that was really bothering me was the nausea. Oh, sorry, we're driving. My wife's driving crazy. I think what got me more than anything yesterday was I had to do an IV contrast for a CT scan before the chemo, so that combined in one day really weathered me. I think even the IV contrast by itself, when I had to do the CT scan before, knocked me on my butt just a little bit. Mixed in with the chemo, well, there came the nausea, and I fought that pretty much the whole time and the rest of the night, but it was bearable. It wasn't too extreme. So the nausea medication worked and the IV medication worked. So this is day 2, so I'll most likely update day 3 tomorrow, seeing how I feel. I just want to show these videos for progress, and anybody that's going to be doing the exact same thing, give them the heads up of how I feel, how it's affecting me, and then what to expect. And yeah, just taking it day by day. See y'all tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's day 3, December 14th. I would put my hair and makeup on, but I don't feel like it. So, this morning, I felt like my body's in a war, which I know it is. Just beat, just tired. The nausea, I think what we're doing is working. It's catching it before I even really feel nauseous, along with the meds that are given to me at the clinic or at the hospital, whatever. So nausea is okay. Appetite, I'm just a big guy, so it's kind of still there. Maybe that's helping. On the other hand, I really don't feel like I want to eat, but I know I should because I don't like feeling nauseous. So my stubbornness is helping me out here. The one thing I do know, after my treatments, I really don't want to talk to anybody. I kind of just want to be left alone. That's when I kind of feel my worst, just beat, worn out, tired of the day. And what you probably saw, the pictures that I just posted, was me having issues with my port. My port started having problems where they couldn't get any blood withdrawal out of it. So it's just a frustrating thing. They tried to poke me 3 times to situate the port, move it around. They finally just said, screw it, we're gonna give you an IV and finish the day off. So crossing fingers, hopefully the port can be accessed properly today and it'll work and we won't have to deal with all that frustration. So yeah, day 3. See y'all in the next one. Well, good morning. This is morning 4, December 15th. Just waking up, so I know my wife loves me if she sees this face in the morning. Body is tired. I am tired. Finding motivation right now. Finding motivation to keep going, pushing through these last couple days is where I'm at. Last night felt okay. I took a nap yesterday for the first time. Actually, it was really nice. It gave me a little bit of energy back, which by nighttime I was already done. I was ready to go to bed. Nausea pill. Right now I woke up a little bit of nausea, but as soon as I feel it, I'm taking the pain, the medicine, or the nausea meds to knock it out, so I don't have to go through it and make it worse, or just let it get worse before we start treatment this morning. I still have an appetite, which I think it's more just in my mind, knowing I need to eat before I get nauseous and sick, so I'm forcing myself, which is either a good or a bad thing, I guess. Depends, whatever works for you. So just to message all people who show support in my personal life, thank you, I love you, and it's helping me every day doing this. I know I got to get through it. I know how to do it, especially my wife. She's my rock. She's been the strongest part of all this, putting up with me, the mood swings, the attitudes, and all that stuff. So yeah, day 4, morning 4. See y'all in a little while. Night 4 update. Got home around noon from treatment. Oh, it's so uncomfortable, so bloated, so tired, so beat up. Just all that fluid that they push into you all through the day just sits so rough. Couldn't even take a nap. Just felt like I had a 10-pound weight on my chest and I had to focus on breathing, and it was a whole thing. Just so heavy, so full of fluid. It's just so uncomfortable. Had to sit up, walk around, helped out a little bit, and I wanted to walk around, but at the same time I was fighting nausea and just didn't want to move around too much. But after laying in bed for about a good 45 minutes, I just couldn't take it. I had to get up and walk around. But it's tough. It's tough. Just trying to make yourself comfortable is the hardest part. And yeah, this is where I'm at. Just uncomfortable, tired, full, nauseous. My body is at war. Your body will be at war. I found out Sprite helps get some of the gases out, helps you burp and stuff when you're feeling this fullness, chemo fullness. But I got one more day this week and I got a 3-day break, so I'm happy about that. 5 days in a row is rough. So after this, it's downhill. Keep pushing. Well, day 5, December, was it 15th? I think. 16, December 16, morning 5 of this week treatment. Compounding butt whoopings every day. Just tired, trying to find strength, motivation still. Today's the last day of this week, so I get 3 days off, and then Tuesday I'll do a short treatment followed by another Tuesday of short treatment. So we're on the downhill stretch, and that's the only thing positive. This fighting nausea this morning, the chemo bloat, just forcing myself to eat. Trying to sleep last night was bad. Like yesterday, just couldn't fall asleep. So heavy, so full, just so tired. Finally got good sleep, but it took a while. I was up in bed just looking at the ceiling most of the night, but got about 4 or 5 hours of good sleep. So, it's just counting down the hours. That's it. Good morning. Morning 6, December 17th. It's Saturday. I do not have treatment, so the 5 days are done. Thank God. My body needs a break. Just today is fatigue, it's tired, it's the same thing, the bloating, trying to sleep when I can. Notice a lot of people talk about the bloating and stuff. Boy, for me, that's probably one of the worst things. You know, you're fighting the urge to eat and not be nauseous, which nausea is another thing this morning. You're fighting the fatigue, the eating, but you don't want to eat, but you should, because then you won't be as nauseous. So it's just that battle. There's one thing I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. It's the smells. Like at the facility, you smell the alcohol, you smell the saline, you smell just the pure chemicals, and that makes me want to shave my beard more than anything. Honestly, it's acting weird. I don't know, but it's just the smell. It's the smell I can't stand. I might just shave it because of that. Just tired. You know, the bloating. It's like Christmas. I mean, it's like Thanksgiving dinner times 2 all day, every day. Just so much liquid, so much water. Just keep staying hydrated. You know, Sprite. You know, something makes you burp has helped me a little bit, release some of the fullness, just to feel like I'm releasing some gases. You know, but it's only temporary. So it's just a waiting game now. It's a mind waiting game, and getting up and moving around when I feel like it, and sitting down when I know I should. The hard part is done. Day 5. 5 days are done. 2 more Tuesdays. So I'll update from here to then. I got these 3 days off, so that's good. I'll update from here to then and see how I feel. All right. Well, day 6 update. I think it's time to go ahead and shave it off. It's starting to pull out. Very, very easy. It's just hair, right? My grandmother did it. She's a woman. Can only imagine what a head full of hair for a woman feels like compared to just a beard for a man. That's nothing. This will grow back. So did hers. It was already starting to look crappy anyway. Stay tuned for the finished product. Well, part 2 came a little late. This is day 8, December 19th. I didn't record yesterday or the day before, just forgot. Wasn't in it, I guess. Bloating is horrible. The body sores suck. I had to get used to this crap. Just trying to find energy, and when I do have it, I use it just so I can get up and move around. God, look at this double chin. I'm glad my wife married me before this. Half of this is just the bloat, half of it's me being fat and just eating so I don't feel sick, because I wake up nauseous every morning. Pretty much stay on the pills for nausea around the clock, because they'll come. It'll definitely come, and it hits on the door as soon as that 8 hours is up, whatever it is, that it wears off, you could feel it. So I get ahead of it. My body sore, joints were hurting. Last night my joints and all my body just felt like it was so filled with fluid, which it is. Just sore, really sore. My stomach started bothering me today more than usual. I feel like I'm on a cloud in my head. Yeah. So I had today, yesterday, the day before off. Tomorrow I'll go in for one of my treatments. And then one more Tuesday after that. So it's counting down the minutes, counting down the hours. Day 8. Good morning. This is December 20th. It's a Tuesday. It's my 3 days have gone by where I have not had treatment. Today was more of a nauseous morning than a lot, and I'm surprised because yesterday I didn't really have too much nausea in the afternoon. I went to bed feeling okay. And, well, no, I lie. I felt like I was starting to get bad, took my nausea pill, but it was just body sores. But this morning I woke up fully nauseated. I was like, oh, all right. It's a roller coaster. You know, even my voice has gone away yesterday for whatever God knows reason. I don't know. So Today's Tuesday, the 20th. I'll have treatment today. And then next Tuesday I'll have treatment. And then from then it'll be a recovery process and then more scans and see blood work and all that jazz. So, yep. That's really where we're at today. Nauseated. Kind of the same thing. Body fatigue. Double chins. Chemo bloat. Just being fat, I guess. All right. I'll update later. 2 more days. 2 more days of treatment and then recovery. Let's get it.
Go.
Well, it is day after. You come over here from this side. You come this side.
Why?
It's, well, it's the day after Tuesday. Well, it's Wednesday. Tuesday night after my.
It's day 9.
Day 9?
Mm-hmm.
What's the date today?
The 21st.
21st. You can see I'm in the hospital. So I had my infusion. It was Tuesday. I had my infusion. Felt okay. Felt fine. I was a little tired, but then diarrhea came about 4 hours after my infusion. I had diarrhea and extreme fatigue to where I felt like I wanted to borderline pass out. And finally fighting that for a couple hours, I had a fever, and they told me there at the center, if we have a fever, you need to go get antibiotics and to the hospital. So we've been here all night in the hospital. They're giving me a lot of fluids. Just tired, frustrated. It's been a long night. Yeah. Poked all over the place. So I thought this was going to be an uphill from last week, but last night was probably the worst I had felt. Felt like an extreme flu. Like, just, I've never been knocked on my butt that hard. It was really bad. I knew something was wrong.
They're treating you for sepsis.
Yeah, so stay tuned. It continues. Oh, this is too nice. This is what I needed. I think this goes.
It's supposed to have a little clip or something on there.
It did.
Okay.
Oh, it actually reaches. Yay.
I can pull it up if you want.
Yeah.
Say hello to your mom.
Mom, this is so much nicer. Oh my God. Can you look at Oh my God. Thought I was gonna die. Thought I was gonna die. I'm in heaven now.
Who's your tech?
Coco.
You like Coco?
I like Coco.
Okay.
She's good people. All right, this is day 11 in the process. It is December 22nd. It's Thursday now. I've been in the hospital since Tuesday night, 11 p.m. at night. That's when we finally came because I had a fever and I just felt god awful. The best way I can describe that, if you've ever had heat stroke, you've ever had the flu at the same time, it was miserable. I felt, it didn't feel right. It actually made me kind of nervous, kind of scared us. My wife would almost say I was septic-like because of how I was, my blood pressure was low, my heart rate was elevated. And for me, being a low blood pressure was rare as it was, so that was nerve-wracking. You know, they told us that day that, you know, if I said, what happens if I go home and I don't feel good? They go, well, if you have a fever, you need to go to the ER, which that's what happened, and they ended up admitting me. So we've been here just getting antibiotics. Antibiotics, and I finally got my voice back today, which is a blessing. Antibiotics, a lot of fluids. What else, honey? What else can I think about?
Waiting on blood cultures.
Wait on blood cultures back to see if there's any bacteria, if there was an infection, which it would appear there was an infection, of why I got so bad. This is why another reason why when you're doing chemo you gotta be safe and be cautious around other people. Isolate yourself. Be cautious around other people or just anything. And we did. That's the bad thing. You know, we did. We isolated myself like crazy. You know, so yeah. So just to end this video, I think what's important people need to know is if you are undergoing chemo, be cautious for who you're around. Be safe. Take all the precautions, because if you do end up getting sick or anything or some type of infection, it hits you tenfold, or at least it did me. That's not going to be everybody, but it was definitely nerve-wracking. It definitely had us scared, or me scared more, because I've never felt like that. And I fought, you know, I've had heat stroke and being outside working and then flu, and it honest to God felt like both of those at the same time. It was crazy. I fought. There was a fine line between being hot and shivering while I was in bed after the shower I had, and I've never teeter-tottered that fast back and forth between two. It was, and then just the sheer amount of I had no life in me. Like it was scary. It was scary, and you know, but just be cautious, be careful. You know, I'm not trying to scare people, but I'm just saying what happened to me, and this is why I'm making this video for this reason. It's to, you know,
show complications.
Yeah, show complications and what I went through, and maybe to help you understand and just know if you experiences, and if you're going through this, well, you're not alone, you know, and you'll get through it. So, yep, stay tuned for the next one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah.
It is Friday, December 23rd, and I am finally being released from the hospital. We got all the cultures in, the blood work in. Those were negative. It turns out I have what's called C. diff. Apparently it's a infection, or it's a bacteria in your bowels or in your intestines, and everybody has it, but if you don't have any good white blood cells, if you don't have enough white blood cells, and it flourishes, because then it's not having nothing.
The beneficial bacteria. So it takes over. So with me being on chemo and not having those, it made me really sick Tuesday, and that's what caused it in the end. So yeah, nothing you can really do to prevent that, but that was my hand that was given and made me really sick. So you're gonna go home with oral antibiotics.
I'm going home with oral antibiotics, like 2 weeks worth, 14 days worth, and we're gonna talk to the oncology doctor and see what he wants to do from there. So that's
one treatment left, and we're not sure yet if it's going to push that treatment back.
Yeah, so still up in the air. We're gonna do the last treatment on the Tuesday or not. But the way it looks and what I've been told by the infectious disease doctor, they won't do chemo if I'm on antibiotics. So if it pushes it out 2 weeks because I'm on antibiotics, then so be it. I just don't want to get sick again and do this all over. So that's all I got today, but thank God I'm getting out of this hospital, and it's cold outside apparently. So
how do you feel?
I'm excited. I'm ready to get out of here. I feel a lot better than I did Tuesday, and just trying not to do too much and overexert myself. I know I still don't feel good, but it's better.
Your hemoglobin is low.
I have low what?
Hemoglobin.
My hemoglobin is low apparently.
That's the red blood cell that carries oxygen around.
Okay.
And your white blood cells are low.
Okay, so.
Which that's to be expected.
So I'm still a chemo patient, and I'm low on certain things, but high in spirits right now. So I'm ready to go. So see you on the next one.
And this is the Arctic blast.
Yeah, 2022 Arctic freeze. Thanks, Arcot. Let's see if you hold up this year.
And I'm back. It is December 25th. It's Christmas Day. It's Sunday. And I got out of the hospital on Friday. I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't do a video yesterday. My bad. Just didn't feel like it, honestly. I feel good today. I feel good. My eyes would say otherwise. Makes me look like crap. No, even yesterday when I got out of the hospital, I felt pretty good. The bloating's still there, but besides that, I can't really say nothing's bothering me. They have me on the antibiotics every 6 hours or 4 times a day to get rid of the infection. Come Tuesday is when I go back to the doctor. I was gonna have my last cycle or my last treatment, but I don't think that's gonna happen while I'm on antibiotics. So it's still up in the air for that. Let's see. Just trying to enjoy the day. You know, obviously I can't be around people, which sucks. You know, it's not usually what happens, but it is what it is this year. So just trying to make the best of it and not drive my wife crazy today. So it is Christmas 2022, and 2023 I hope is nothing like this. So see y'all in the next one. Welcome back. It is Monday, December 26th. It is the day after Christmas, and I am sitting in my garage. Why? Because I am going out of my mind in the house. That's another tough part about all this, you know? You start feeling a little bit better, and then you want to do stuff, but you know you can't. Compromised immune system. No hemoglobin. It's my new favorite word, hemoglobin. But I'm driving my wife crazy and my stepson crazy because I want to do all these things, but I'm just having them do it. I'm sorry, honey. So I'm sitting in the garage watching YouTube on my laptop just to get out of the house. I'm a busy person as it is, so sitting stagnant, not being able to do stuff is tough. So, but I feel good today. I feel like I have some strength today, but even though I still feel like I'm stronger and I still feel better, I can also feel the the lack thereof. There's a point where I'm like, okay, I'm overdoing it. Now I'm starting to feel bad. And so I stop. Then I rest. And then I get my energy back and I do it all over again. So it could be a good or a bad thing. But that's where I'm at today. So, you know, everything's closed today. So come tomorrow, we'll call the doctor back and see what they want to do. If they're going to post I'm not going to probably do treatment tomorrow because I'm on antibiotics still for 13 days or whatever it was. So they might wait the 13 days to do treatment, which sucks. I wanted to get it over with, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So we'll find out more tomorrow. Stay tuned. Good morning. It is December 27th. It is Tuesday, and today is my last infusion day. We finally got word from the doctor that even though I went to the hospital and was on antibiotics, I could still come in for my last treatment. I guess it's more or less because how good I feel. I feel really good today. Maybe it's the excitement of being done with treatment, but I actually feel it's probably the best I felt since before treatment. So that last week off, plus probably all the antibiotics and stuff they had me on, have me feeling really good. And I hope it's not just a temporary feeling. I hope tonight I just don't go back and feel completely horrible. But I know I'm going to feel bad after today's treatment, but hopefully it's not as bad because it's been so long since, well, last week since the last one, even though it was a rough one. I'm just excited. I'm excited. So can't complain. I thought I was going to have to wait another week and this was going to prolong everything, but it doesn't. It isn't. So yeah. So let's get it. Can't get copyright on YouTube.
Do not own the rights to the song.
Do not own the rights to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
3.
Okay. Fight to the finish, ringing out. Ring this bell 3 times as well. It's told to clearly say, my treatment's done, this course is run, and I am on my way. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a great day. I had my last treatment, but this is part of it. It's still a treatment. I had the bleomycin. Bleomycin infusion today. It was a short day, but it just takes the wind right out of you. It takes, I'm done. Like, I'm done for the day. I feel like I got so much pressure in my head. This is the stuff that I wanted to document, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm excited it was the last one. I'm very excited it was the last one, but you still got to deal with it. You still got to deal with it. And it's just, God, that medicine is so much. The pressure in the head, just like now I feel like I'm doing this, which I remember. It's like a weight's on your chest. I wasn't looking forward to getting today's treatment, but I wanted to get it over with, so just powering through it. I just wanted to document this because this is part of it. It's a great day. I got to ring the bell, but you still got to recover from it, so let's keep that in mind. That's it. I'm done.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, good, bad, and very ugly. It's about 9 o'clock at night, similar to the other day when I had my bleomycin jet infusion. Back came the chills, back came the body ache, back came fighting hot and cold. I feel like I have the flu again. This time's a little bit more manageable, I think, because I'm not trying to go back to the hospital. We're pounding fluids, keeping my body temperature down. I'm fighting 100.1, 100.2, back to 99, 98.9. My breathing, you can see it. I'm just trying to push all the fluids in me because I know that if we go to the hospital, they already have me on antibiotics. They're just going to give me IVs and check everything all over again. And I got my blood work done today. My white blood count was low, right? And what else?
Your hemoglobin, your hematocrit, your platelets were a little low.
This is scale from 1 to 10, 7.5. Earlier when it first started, because it happened instantly, I went to an 8 or 9. The body chills. This time, I think we're playing a little bit smarter. Last time I was in bed trying to cool off, but what I was doing was just heating my body up to a temperature. This time we're regulating it better. Okay, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Well, I'm back. It is December 28th. It is day 17 of this process. And last night, boy, I was on a ride. I was on a roller coaster. That bleomycin and me do not get along. Just like last Tuesday, it was like clockwork. About 4 hours later, after treatment, I get immediately hit with chills. It's my body fighting a fever. I'm already on medication for the antibiotics already. So I told my wife when I got to 100 last night on my temperature, I was like, I'm not going back to the hospital unless it gets really bad. I go, we're going to play it smart this time. I'm going to pound fluids and try to get this out of my system and regulate my temperature the best way possible because I do not want to go back to the hospital. And that's exactly what we did. I drank and I drank and I drank. I urinated probably every 15 minutes. I was drinking so much. I did not want to go back to the hospital. It took 4 to 5 hours for me to level out. I was on a ride for 4 to 5 hours. So about midnight, I finally broke the fever and it didn't come back because I was going from 98 degrees, 99, 100, back and forth. And it was miserable. So, but around midnight, like I said, it didn't come back, and I actually got decent sleep. Woke up today feeling pretty good. Just winded and tired, not much energy. And so, yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna record again. I wanted this video, these documents to be, or documentation to be every day of my treatments. And today I felt good. If I feel bad in the next couple of days, I'll record. If I don't, you'll probably see me in a week to close out the video. But I hope this helps somebody. I hope this actually gives some insight to what it's like. You know, if you're about to go through chemo and you're watching this, you know, if I did it, you can do it. That's for sure. It wasn't easy. It was tough. It had its days, had its moments last night. But it's something you got to do. If this is the route you chose, you can do it. You can do it. Just, I hope this helps somebody. I really do. This was my goal in it. I wanted to bring awareness to testicular cancer. I wanted to put an insight into chemotherapy. And I wanted to show, if I can do this, anybody can. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. It's January 1st, 2023. I wanted to do this yesterday, before the new year. That way I can say I left everything in 2022. But the truth is, I still have scans, I still have some blood work to do to make sure that I'm good. And then of course, monitoring for the next however long. I didn't know how I wanted to end this video, so I'm gonna do it the best way I know how. There's plenty of other people out there who weren't as lucky as I was, and I know this. So I'm gonna take the opportunity I was given and the blessing that I received to do something more and do something better with my life. A couple times during this video, you saw me reference either this shirt or just say the saying, just one. The reason I showed the video of my wife and I was to paint a picture of who I was. Back then, I was overweight, I had no self-confidence, I didn't believe in myself. When I decided to lose weight and started saying just one, it was because I was really hard on myself, and I said, well, if I just do 1 mile a day, I'll be fine. You're fine. If you just do one good thing a day to change your habits, and so on and so forth. Well, then just one turned into, don't give up on life. You just need one reason to continue. I went all the way there. Depressed, mad at the world. All I can tell you is, if I can do it, you can do it. I know that I was blessed to catch it early. I know some others aren't as lucky. So I can't waste this opportunity for them. Down below, I'm going to put a link to my online store where I'm selling just one merchandise. It's something that I had wanted to do before cancer, and cancer actually got me focused enough to do it, to not be scared, to realize, hey, you're still alive. Make the best of it. Stop complaining. Do it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I was blessed enough through people in my life, people donating, people buying raffle tickets, anything that I was selling, people bought. Thank you. It's time for me to give back now. If you were diagnosed with cancer and you're watching this video, I hope this helped. I hope me showing the good and the bad and the ugly helps you in your process and actually helps you see the steps of what's coming next for yourself. Again, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm going to end this video by saying this. Thank you, cancer. You woke me up. And at the end of the day, you only need one, just one. So I ask you, what's your just one?